Hey guys, it's Jackson. So in this video, I'm going to be showing ways that you can do, or really one way that you can do journals through KDP. And the reason this can be helpful for writers, I think, is because a lot of people these days are doing KDP to publish their self-publish their books. And so knowing a little bit about how to do KDP before you're going to the platform to do a full-fledged novel, knowing how to do it and practice with it with smaller stuff like journals can be helpful for knowing kind of the basic functions when it comes time to do like a big novel or whatever project that you want to self-publish on here. And also, as you get into making journals, you may decide like, hey, this is kind of fun, or you may decide that like you want to dive into it more and really make money from it, and some people do really well from it. Personally, just doing plain journals, not like, I haven't utilized it very well. Some people do great with it. A lot of it comes down to really finding target niches and keywords and all that. And it can get a little more complicated when you get into that, but doing journals and stuff like that on KDP has made me way more familiar with the platform. And so I think it's just useful information to have. And so in this tutorial, you kind of learn two things: doing journals on KDP, and also just the basic stuff of KDP, so that when you get ready to do a novel, you will have some basic information. So enough talking, let's dive right into it. So I'm going to jump over to a different page. As you can see, I'm inside KDP right here. I'm going to go, so you can see all my tabs and stuff that I've been doing. The journal I'm going to be doing is based off of the really trendy and I think fun game Among Us. I was kind of careful with this because I didn't want to mess with like any copyright stuff. So I had to be a little careful, but I was pretty happy with like the result of the cover. And I'm going to be using tangent templates for the interior. I don't know, like maybe there's other sites like tangent templates that help with making the cover for a KDP journal and making the interior. Maybe there are other sites, but the tangent templates and also just Katherine Shelton and other stuff she does, they are really, really good. I would really recommend tangent templates. I don't know how much it is now, but if you're at all serious about doing journals or anything like that, I would definitely recommend them. Like, you can go over and check out, well, let me go back. You can check out all the different interiors they have. You can use their thing to make your own interiors, and they're really good. I would definitely recommend them. But you can also make your own interiors, like in Canva, I think. That is a little bit harder. I've done it before, but there is a way, and I'm sure there's many other ways to do interiors, like if you were just doing blank lines. But with this, they offer a ton of already made interiors, and so that's really cool. So this right here is what I kind of based my cover off of. I used a little bit of like Procreate and stuff to make some of the effects. Like, I'll show you. This is the cover I made, and that's sus. I thought I was pretty satisfied with it. I did these little stars in Procreate, and that was super easy. It took a lot of playing around to do the little background fade thing. Kind of like see, I use this for inspiration, the background red haze thing. And I was able to replicate that some, and so I was pretty satisfied with it. This journal may or may not do well. I mean, we'll see. Like I said, I haven't done super great as far as making sales goes in KDP, like making the journals. But if you really do good with the keywords and find good niches, you can probably do great with it. So anyway, let's start the process. So I press the make a paperback, And so it's going to ask me basic stuff. And so, yeah, it's English. Well, actually, the interior for mine, I got from Tangent Templates, I got a blank line paper, which I can go back here and show you. Yeah, see this stuff, I put in basic information like how many pages I wanted to have, what color the paper would be, the size of the journal, and it gave me really helpful information about the cover and interior. It gave me a print-ready cover template, and I can probably go back and show you. Yeah, I got my interior. I put in like how many pages I wanted, the trim size, did I want bleed, yes or no. I downloaded it, and so I have it on my laptop now. And so it was as easy as that. That's literally all my interior is going to be. So anyway, let's add the title. So I think the title, technically, whatever you put your... And let me say right here, before I go any further, I do not take a lot of legal advice from me. There are a lot of people who can help you more with legal advice. This one person that teaches some KDP stuff, you might can find some of her stuff on YouTube. She does some stuff with like Silent Sales Machine and like the Amazon selling. Her name is Jenni Hunt, and she does a lot of KDP stuff. And so people like her, I would recommend getting legal. As far as the legal scope goes, I would not rely so much on this video to tell you a lot of the legal and very technical details. But from what I can remember, your book title has to be what's on the journal. So if you have a journal and it's called, I don't know, your Kitten's Planner, like if it says your Kitten's Planner on the cover, you have to put your Kitten's Planner. So mine just says sus, so I'm just going to put sus. But for my subtitle does not have to be words that are on there. So I can put, I'm not like a legal guru and stuff, so I'm not going to use Among Us. I might use similar terms that are less likely to have some sort of copyright or whatever. So I would probably use... I went ahead and added in some of the fields here, and I'm gonna just kind of show you a little bit of what I did instead of like having the recording going as I'm sitting here trying to figure out what to type in, because that'll take forever. So I put the book title, sus. And these aren't killer keywords. I avoided saying Among Us, which of course would be the best keywords, but I avoided saying that. I put blank line school and notebook journal for sus, crewmates, and imposters, 125 pages, 8 by 10 inches. Well, I didn't put inches. This wasn't relevant. It's not part of a series. It's not an edition number. The author name, I put in a pen name of mine, Billy Squid. I won't go into why I named myself Billy Squid, but I did. And so if you want to search on Amazon, search Billy Squid, you might be able to find some of my journals. So just some self-promotion right there. I can't speak. Contributors, other authors and stuff, that's not applicable. So I just kind of skipped over that. And my description, it's good in your description to put a bunch of keywords. And so I put, enjoy the popular game of, okay, I won't read it, but you can see it. Well, I will read it. Enjoy the popular game of task, crewmates, imposters, and survival on spaceships. Have a habit of being sus, whether you're crewmate or imposter. This journal is great for fans of the popular video game. It has blah, 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 blah. And so, yeah, I added doodle, sketch, and do tasks, and I tried to add some keywords in here. Publishing rights, I own the copyright, and blah blah blah, so I put that. I didn't put public domain. And my keywords down here are not killer keywords. Some people, like in their subtitle, where is it? In the subtitle and their description and their keywords, some people go crazy and they put all sorts of keywords. I can't advise whether that's the best thing to do or not. But this, I kept it pretty simple. Again, I avoided Among Us, like saying Among Us, just because I don't want to get into trouble, so I just wanted to err on the side of safety. So I put imposter notebook, imposter journal, sus merchandise, some things that people might search, or combinations of things people might search. I chose a couple of categories. I've seen people just choose non-classifiable when choosing categories, which you can click this and go to non-classifiable. I chose a couple just because if for some reason this journal did do well and people bought it, I would want to put it in a super how do I say this, narrow niche, like something super specific, because that means if I'm putting it in something that not many other people are going to put in like as a niche for their work, then there's more of a likelihood of it getting, I don't know, bestseller, or not exactly bestseller, but best in its category. So I try to put it into super obscure categories. Like I've seen people, one person's journal, it was about something, but it was in, I don't know, labs and science or something. It had nothing to do with what the journal was, but the person put it under labs and science or whatever, and they got a little tag on their thing. It was best selling in category or something, and so that was great for them. Does this book contain language such as blah blah blah? No, it is blank line, so I put no, and so I completed that. I'm gonna go back to paperback content here. So if you were publishing a actual novel, this would be really important. I put get a free KDP ISBN, I believe. Don't take my absolute word for it, but I believe that when you get a free KDP ISBN, that means you can only sell your book on Amazon. Like you cannot go to, I don't know, Ingram Sparks or whatever the name of that is. You can't go over there and sell it there. You have to only sell it on Amazon because you got a free KDP ISBN. So that might be fine for you, or you may be like, oh, well, no, I want to sell my book on multiple platforms. If so, you're going to have to get your own ISBN and all that. Since we're doing a journal for on Amazon, I just did a free KDP ISBN. And usually doing journals like this, you're going to just want to do this. And it's a free and easy thing to do. And, you know, with KDP, you don't get charged unless you make a royalty. So really, except for the time that you put into this, you don't really have to spend anything, which is really nice. So publication date, no, doesn't matter. Print options, I did black and white interior with white paper, 8x10, no bleed. And this, I'm still not sure what I want to do. Matte is kind of a nice texture, but I've noticed whenever you have matte stuff, like fingerprints show up on it. I could do glossy, but I'll just do glossy just to be safe, because glossy normally is better. Hey, look, there's my cover. It looks a little orange. Maybe that's just a filter thing. So I uploaded the manuscript, I uploaded the cover, and it looks good. I haven't launched the previewer yet, so I'm going to launch it now, and we'll get in, and I'll see, it'll tell me if there's any problems or anything like that. Like the cover, I may have made something too crooked, or maybe there's something weird with the interior, so you kind of just have to launch this. And it may take a while, so I may have to pause this and come back to it. So, yeah, I'm probably just gonna... Oh, never mind. That was fast. Okay. So, yeah, I can... Please check. Yeah. Normally, if there's a problem, it'll show you right here, and they, like, will not let you go ahead. But that doesn't mean just because they haven't let me know that there's not a problem. So you can kind of see the cutting lines, like where it's gonna get cut and stuff. That looks good. Yeah. The binding, sometimes that's tricky. like doing it with a binding, but I was able to use stuff that Tangent Templates provided, and it made it so much easier. I've had to go back and remake a cover and then upload it and then go in here and then something's wrong, so I had to go back to Canva and make adjustments, re-download it, re-upload it up here, and it's super tedious. So to get it right the first time is always super nice. I'm gonna look at thumbnail view, and yeah, see, all of these are just gonna be the same. It's just gonna be basically like a journal that's blank lined. So yeah, nothing really to critique here. So yeah, that looks good. I'm gonna approve it. So I'm gonna wait for it. And here's the final stage. Well, took us back to the page. So printing cost gonna be $235. Okay. I'm gonna go to the last page. Save successful. This is really nice. This is going very smoothly. Authority, yeah, that'll individual. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I won't change that. And this is where I put in my price. I'm gonna do expanded distribution, which means, well, I don't quite know what it means, but I'm gonna have to, well, I know what it means. It's like outside of the US, I think. But when you do that, you can't make your book as inexpensive. You have to make, it's a higher minimum price that you have to charge. So my minimum has to be $5.88. My maximum is $250. I hate that because I was planning to charge $300 for this journal. Huh, just kidding. Let's see. I'm gonna do, sometimes it's just kind of, you have to decide what you want. I think I'm just gonna do about $8.50. That won't give me as much of a royalty, but that's fine. Part of this is just demonstration. And obviously, if this was a novel, like, you would want to charge way more because you're gonna be wanting to get more royalties than $275. It can take up 72 hours, blah, 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 and review on your bookshelf. That's just saying that they're gonna review this before it goes live on Amazon. So sometimes, I don't know if they see, the people at Amazon or KDP, if they see something wrong with your book, like, that wasn't caught in the previewer, they may put your journal thing back as a draft and be like, hey, there was this and this problem with it, we can't, like, you gotta change this if you want us to make this live on Amazon. So sometimes you have to go and change it. I've had things like the text was too small or things like that sometimes you just have to work around. I don't anticipate any problems for this, but we'll see. But I don't anticipate any problems for this, and yeah, I should one day come back and, like, it'll say in review, and then I might come back a little later, and it might be like, your journal is live, and so that's always fun. So yep, here's the journal. That did come out looking a little orange. Oh well, that's fine. So yep, you can see where it says in review, sus, blank line journal. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And this tutorial thing may have run over a little bit, but thank you guys for sticking with me. I hope this was useful information, and I hope that you can benefit from it. And so yeah, please like and subscribe, and I would love for anyone who benefited from this content to subscribe for more in the future. So thanks for watching, and I hope you found this content useful.